Right, so I think I've just got to talk. First of all, I think we should say hello to the nature spirits. Well done, my lovely. Take two, this is. So, this video is for the ladies. First lady I've got to mention is the divine feminine energy that I always speak about. I haven't done it for a while. Sorry. I spend too much time kind of focusing on other things. So I'm going to see if I can negotiate a temporary truce with the quantum computers of the universe. And we're going to make a nature video for the ladies. Though I confess, I'm not really quite sure what to talk about. So, yeah, it's quite a while since I've thought about anything of a spiritual nature. I've had some good experiences in this forest. There is something blocking my mind, you're right. Normally I would just flow by now. I would have said something like Sekhmet, blessed be her name, and I'd have been off. I mean, I guess that's a very similar energy to Shiva, transformation and change. I think my thought was on free will and choice. And why some of us seem to have a different free will and choice to others. I think that's a very good question. This has nothing to do with money, power, or wealth. What is wealth anyway? Well, for me, wealth has nothing to do with money, or even power really. It's just mastery of self, which is a very different thing to power, personal sovereignty. So this is my personal sovereignty. I really do feel like something's trying to block me actually. So I'm gonna focus on, hang on, 2 seconds. Here we go. Look at how my camera synchronises. Very good camera. Beautiful crystal this. Should we see if we can find some sunshine? I can see a bit of sunshine just here. Try not to fall over the edge again, Julian. Right, aha, let's find the light. This is what we should all be seeking. But rather than projecting our fears onto others, looking within ourselves, finding out our triggers, understanding our emotional needs, our desires. I don't understand my desires, as I'm sure some of you ladies have testified. So yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? I'm not very good at doing things and having no remorse to it. You know, when people say do something and just do it, don't think about doing it. I'm not so good at that. So who's right and who's wrong? I don't know. I sometimes feel that people are getting away with it, if I'm honest with you. Cheating. Something that annoys me a lot is people that cheat with spirit. An example. A lot of people, for my perception, hold on, let me start again. A lot of the real heads that have things to do with Lucifer have a really profound understanding of the laws of nature. But there are a group, I suppose it's the same with football or something, there's a group of plastics that don't really understand. And they never really get past kind of summoning things and speaking to things. Speaking to things is fine, but summoning a spirit to do your bidding, Nah, I'm sorry, that's slavery. Yeah? It's slavery. And secondly, it's not respecting either the spirit or your own spirit. So I would imagine there's quite a bit of angst from some of these spirits with regard to some of the spirits that exist on Earth right now, who use it as a means to terrorize, to torture, and to control people. Fear is a very powerful thing, man. You know? Fear is a very powerful thing. And people tend to twist things based upon their own fears. So you'll have two people look at a statue of, say, Lucifer. One person, you know, has a deeper understanding of the universe and sees him as a gateway, a bringer of light within and without. And another person goes into the pre-programmed blame game mentality. Oh, that's the devil, that's this, that's that. And a good example of this would be, I had a silly lady last week, won't mention her name. She basically accused me of being the serpent. And, oh, the serpent's Lucifer, the serpent's... I can't remember what she said, actually, to tell you the honest truth. But it wasn't very nice. It was a bit bullying, a bit manipulative. But the saddest thing of all was when I tried to tell her that one of the things that a serpent could represent was actually the motion of the stars within our universe. She looked at me like I was an idiot. So, there's your example. Sorry, a bit long-winded, but I'm hoping I'm making sense. Because I just don't like it. And it's not just about Lucifer, man. I just thought of someone that most people have heard of. I mean, I deal with a lot of beings, you know, some very old. No, Lucifer's very old. And I just, it's one of these things, right? Let's go back to kind of biblical times or ancient times. Most of those God-type beings have now been demonized. So what happened? You know, is that just someone's agenda? What is that? So I don't know about anybody else, but my own way is to connect with something and ask the question yourself. No being, if they serve the source, will ever tell you a thing. Ever. Yeah? So somebody that comes down off a mountain with a big flash of light and says da 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 da, they're a creator. They're not a god. You're a creator. Maybe we are gods. I don't know. It's a bit of a deep one. But you see what I'm trying to say? You know? I mean, that being was doing whatever they were doing in person. But you know when people say, oh, I've had a vision, I've had a dream. Dreams are different. But they've had this and they've had that. But personally, in my dreams, I've never had one message. I've never had Sekhmet, blessed be her name, or Bastet, blessed be her name, or anybody like that, come and say, Julian, blah, 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 blah. Nothing. They might show me a vision. They might put ideas my way. But never, ever, ever, and Lucifer included, Jesus and people like that, obviously, you know, they're all the same. They respect the ways, mate. They all speak the same way. Oh, I'm on one now, ladies. I think I've got a flow. So, I just don't get it. I don't get it. I look at people daily and I think, what is it you're so scared of? I'm living in fear. Yeah, I'm an on-off drug addict. Well, drug addict might be a bit strong, you know, government medication and all that. But, so I understand. I understand what fear is what I'm saying. But I just think that something's going on, man. Something's changing quite quickly. From within us as well. And it's hard to trust anyone. You've got to trust yourself. and remind yourself, what's your success rate of getting through bad days? Bingo, there you go. Another thing to think about, it only takes 1 second to change absolutely anything. 1 second. Yeah? So if I said to you, from this moment forward, we are all going to surge into a new paradigm of living light energy, it would be so. Sounds a bit dramatic. Sorry, I'm trying to catch my thoughts as I'm talking. And I'm looking out for other people as well, so that's why I'm holding back a little. Now, this is what I'm here to do. Have a look at you. See that sky? Can I get there? I'll have to go this way, bear with me. But the sky is full of light. I mean, this planet is a gift, guys. Yeah, it's the planet of free will and choice. Get your head around that. Dirt is its secondary name. Oh, wow. The sky gods are being kind. That's that's an old symbol. I think it means a state. An old Nordic symbol. Look. There. I think it means a state. By all means, pull me up, someone. I doubt anyone will see this anyway. I'm not doing this for fame or fortune. I'm just being a natural, sharing some rays. If you notice the little blue star on my YouTube avatar, it's very important to understand that the blue ray is all about communication. It's all about aligning with your inner self, speaking your truth, living your truth. See, there's speaking and then there's living. I'm not really living my truth so well at the moment. I don't know about anybody else, whether you're struggling as much as me. So this is kind of what this video is about. For the lady whose name I can't say, you hit a very profound place in me. And so I thought it was long overdue for me to give a little something back to everyone, really. I like to give too. But you know, the hardest part is loving yourself. The hardest part is forgiving yourself. And I suppose the hardest part is being scared, not being scared of your own power and your own potential. That's difficult. You know, when you're really, really angry and you're really, really at your peak, that power, yeah, that's the power to do anything, that is. And as the old masters would say, the tricks are to try and understand it. Knowing is not understanding. Understanding is wisdom. Knowing is just, I suppose, in a lot of cases, it's just for the fashion, isn't it? Because people like to try and show off or show how clever they are. Showing off's okay, man. Everything's okay. Jealousy's okay, hate's okay in small doses. You know, we're living in an infinite universe, man. There's no prizes for best angels. We are here to experience ourselves in the form of manyness. That is what we are here to do. What concerns me, I guess, there's a big movement and a lot of people that are putting resistance on me sharing my love and my light. I'm wondering if anybody else is experiencing this. I'm wondering if anybody else feels like they're blowing up from the inside out on occasion. Yeah. Background noise, that's all they are. Background noise. I think sadly there are a lot of people on this planet who use Lucifer, fears, shadow work, anything like that. Greys, God, they always get canned as well, as the scapegoat. Going back to the Christian lady, she wanted to scapegoat me. And that's what it's about. Not scapegoating. God, I do it. But imagine if someone was torturing you. Imagine if someone had an electrical cattle prod and they kept torturing you, playing with your teeth, giving you migraines, playing with your thoughts. I mean, people talk about demonic whispers and stuff like that. No, mate, this is another level. You know, imagine a power that can turn other people around you into, well, different people. Yeah. Everywhere I look, these people are making their noise. I get followed around by those planes. And there's a couple of dogs over there as usual, so I don't want to go too close to them because it ruins the video. So I'll just be quiet for a couple of minutes. I wanted to go and try and get some direct sunshine, but I'm in the wrong place. Whatever happened to kindness? Whatever happened to trust? Huh? Love. What is love? It's something that you've monetarized, controlled. Love. Sun is love. Love without condition. My cat, she's love. Love without condition. Me, I try, I do my best, but I'm not as good as these birds. The star, my cat. They love without condition. Good example, I saw my good friend's dog this morning, Daisy. Man, she comes running up, you know, skippy happy. That's what love is, mate. Yeah? It's not trying to stop people from being themselves. It's encouraging them to be themselves. Supporting them. Yeah? Not hindering them. Not controlling them. Not eating them. Not putting them down. Okay? We're all equal. I know it doesn't feel like it. I certainly don't feel equal. Trust me, I'm not going to rant for half an hour to explain why that is. Oh, Mr. C. Oh, and Mr. B. Look at this. Messy bastards. Eh? So I am your eyes. I'm on a campaign to stop these people from turding up our community. Everywhere I look, it's turd bags, man. Anyway, I don't want to talk about dogs and dog poo. But it is a kind of representation of just how bonkers things are. You know. I think I did quite well, ladies. 20 minutes. Should mention my Bavarian lady also. Lizzie, can't forget you. Mum, can't forget you. All my goddesses, love you all. And all of you, really. Still one being must exist who loves everybody, and I am that being. And I'm sure I don't just walk alone. Now, please don't misunderstand this video as about Lucifer. Lucifer was an example I used to try and relate to people because you wouldn't have known the other names of some of the beings. So for fear of sounding like some old fossil that's just climbed out of his tomb, yes, I kept it recent. The point is, people don't need to be nasty. they choose to. So on that note, blessings and love to all. That's what the blue ray means. It's also associated with Archangel Michael, I think it is. And the sword. Ooh, can you hear the peasant chirped up there? That's a royal trick, that one. So, yeah, it's also associated with many stars. Anyway, God bless.